Welcome back to the podcast, everyone. I am your host, Alex. My partner over there is Tatum. We are both coaches in strength sports and all sorts of goodness in the world. This is Tonk, the black cat, who is hating me right now. So, all right.
If you're on the audio listening through one of those platforms, just know Alex was very begrudgingly, or the cat was begrudging, holding up this very, very cute kitty cat.
Yeah, who is also a sassy pants at times. All right. Today, we are going to keep it a little bit more on the lighthearted side. I know last week we probably stir up a lot of controversy, or at least added to that pool of controversy. So today, we are back with pet peeves. And then, well, we could get into a little story time. And then on the end of this, we're going to introduce a new segment, Top 5. Top 5. Very generic segment. I know that a lot of other podcasts do it. But we are going to get into it. And this week's topic is going to be energy drinks because we are both very caffeinated people, Tatum.
I don't know what you're talking about.
As you crack open that monster and have a cup of coffee in your hand.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All
Not
right.
for caffeine, where is my will to live?
All right. So Tatum didn't want to share her pet peeve because I dropped a bombshell on her last week and I feel like this is payback. But apparently she has something to say.
I do have something to say. Okay. We talked a little while ago, it was a couple weeks ago, about the fact that I'm like, it's so frustrating when people are talking to you when you're trying to lift and you get cold and all of that, right? And you said that that was a me thing. Here's my thing. Because I've been going back and forth on this as I've been back getting into a more consistent gym time when other people are there. Is that I don't love training alone all the time, right? Because like it's nice to have a community of like-minded people who are there to push you, cheer you on, so on and so forth. But also this past Sunday there were too many people in the gym, and by too many I mean there was like 7 people. And for how small this gym is, that's a lot of people. And like one of the guys brought his kids in, and that was awesome. I love to see kids in the gym because it's showing like you're setting a good example. They're getting comfortable in the space. However, having kids in the gym who are not being the safest can be frustrating. But he was doing a great job of like trying to keep them. They're little. He was keeping them out of the way. But I think I've realized that like I complain when the gym is empty and I complain when the gym is full. So I think I've come to the conclusion that actually I just really like to complain.
Yeah, I could
Yeah,
agree.
that's not a pet peeve. It's more of just like an admittance on my end. I just like to complain. I like working out and I like to complain. And I do not like the fact that it's snowing outside.
Well, you're the one that decided to leave me over in California. So,
Yeah,
but is that really all that you had to say? Is that you
that's all
just
I
like
had to
to go?
say.
That, wow, that was so
I
anticlimactic.
told you it wasn't a pet peeve.
I know, but I at least thought it was going to be interesting.
Wow. Well, first of all, screw you. And second of all, I am interesting.
Hmm, I, not in this
What is
very
your
moment.
sort of pet peeve, Alex?
My sort of pet peeve is because this got brought up when I went to visit another gym, and it is very much, because we like to help people, and by helping people, we try to make them better. So my pet peeve is that these, in air quotes for those listeners, coaches, um, in air quotes, who think that they know how to do a movement such as split jerks, right? But then I'm pretty sure you've seen this, Tatum, where you watch a video and you're like, that is the worst split jerk I've ever seen, and this guy's making a tutorial of how to do a split jerk.
Yeah.
And then this also kind of correlates with like rage baiting Instagram profiles or social media platforms where they're just trying to get comments and likes and attention on themselves because they never got it when they were a child. But uh but yeah, because it was very apparent that there was someone at this gym that is trying to coach other people and it's causing them to be in a lot of pain. And then I step in and I go, oh, just tweak this, tweak that, and tweak this. Um, and then all of a sudden their pain was gone, and then they could do way more than they thought that they were able to. What do you think about that, Tatum?
All right. I think if you don't know what you're talking about, you should shut the fuck up.
Oh,
I won't go
wow.
through the. I will. Yeah. No, I
Wow.
stand by it. I think if you don't know what you're talking about, stop talking. And I think that applies to basically everything in this life. I think way like the whole Dunning-Kruger effect of people knowing like the teeniest tiniest bit, and because they only know so little, they think they know so much about it, but the more you learn, the more you realize you don't know. I think that is prevalent all over, but like especially when it comes to like coaching and strength sports and stuff. Like I know my lane. I 100% know my lane. I would
Yeah.
absolutely help coach someone for like overall strength. That is within my realm, that is within my scope of practice. When it came to coaching a like competitive power lifter, have I competed in powerlifting? Yeah. Do I feel comfortable and confident being like, yeah, I could for sure add weight to your bench because of like form and technique tweaks? No. And I'm just going to be honest there. Like, no. Snatches, clean and jerks, squat jerks, I do any of that? 100% yes. And even when I was coaching CrossFit, I've never been able to do a muscle up in my life. I can barely do a couple pull ups. I am a bottom heavy person, and I will use that as my excuse when in reality, I just don't care to be able to do a pull up. But like, I knew how to coach muscle ups appropriately, and I could cue you through it. Could I do it? No. But I knew what I was talking about.
Yeah. You also went through the trouble of getting your level one cert, which,
CFL1. Oh yeah, I was
which,
like freshly 18 when I got my CFL1. That thing is expired.
yeah.
And I know more now than I did when I got it. Most certifications are jokes. Just putting it out there.
I mean, I do think that the best certification out there, aside from a bachelor's and or master's in strength and conditioning or kinesiology affiliated, is a CSCS.
I'm working on that. Maybe
Yeah,
in this next year I'll actually go ahead and
take the
full
exam.
send to take the test for my CSCS.
Yeah, I kind of have this thing called physical therapy that I'm working on, and then CSCS is probably on my to-do list.
Yeah. I got
Um,
stuck on sliding filament theory, and then I was like, ugh, I don't want to learn this right now.
I
That's
remember
chapter
teaching
one.
you. I
Huh?
taught you sliding filament theory.
I know, but I don't remember it. Maybe we should start doing mini lectures, or I set up like a 2 minute timer and you have to explain something that's like incredibly complicated, but like in two
No,
minutes and like I'm five.
no, I want people to actually listen to us.
It's edutainment. We are educational and entertaining. That's why you only get 2 minutes.
They
We gotta work
don't
with
come
people
here
that
for
say
the
that.
education. They come here for us to yell at each other.
We don't yell at each other that much.
That much?
That
Really?
much.
I was shocked that you threw in an F bomb because now you're the one that has to go back and edit this thing. That's why I was like, "Whoa,
Yeah, I
we're gonna
know.
have
But
a
it
fun
felt
one today."
appropriate. It felt appropriate. I was just
Anyway, we're getting off topic.
okay.
But case in point, like I have a few examples of this. Someone's trying to teach people how to do a split jerk, and yet they don't even know how to recover from a split jerk correctly.
Front foot first.
Front foot first. Like that is day one running you through the lift. Like you should know that. Bare
Yeah.
minimum. We are talking bare fucking minimum. And then it's like that just trickles down the line, and then all of a sudden people get frustrated. People could get hurt. They don't perform the lift correctly. Now obviously it's like the excuse could be brought up of like, oh, well, I haven't done this in a while. Then at least acknowledge it.
Yeah.
Acknowledge that you're doing it wrong, because then it shows that you know more than what you're talking about or more than what you're showcasing.
Yeah.
Which again, like there have been instances where I'm going for a max heavy lift where I don't recover correctly, but I still know how to teach a split jerk. You
Yeah.
know, um, the second example is for us. You know a yoke, but for our listeners, picture like a H frame with a crossbeam that sits on your shoulders, and then you have to pick up heavier weight than your probably one rep max back squat, and then take a run with it. You could probably walk someone through how to do a yoke, right?
Yeah, I have done that. Yes.
Okay. Do you lean forward to load an entirely insane amount of weight just on your spine, causing your hips to hurt, Tatum?
No, no, you do
Okay.
not.
No. Okay. So the Olympic weightlifter even knows that that's not the right thing to do. And then you go and tell people to just lean forward because it's going to make you faster in the run. But then I show up to the gym and then this person goes, "Well, I can't even pick up a yoke right now because my hips hurt." And I go, "How do you pick up a yoke?" And then they described falling forward and this and that. I go, "Have you tried it with your hips underneath you? Because it'll give you way more support and hurt way less."
My
And then
goodness, stacking your spine helps you lift weight? Insane.
crazy freaking concept. So you're gonna have your work cut out for this episode. I can already tell.
Viva la revolution.
And then sure enough, got her hips underneath her, and then she was able to take the yoke for probably like, I don't know, 30, 35 feet. Like after just picking it up one time. So
Yeah. People need to stay in their own lane and be willing to admit if they don't know what they're talking about. Because when you are
exactly.
a coach, people are putting a lot of trust in you to know what you're talking about. And here's the thing, I don't know everything. There's a
Hmm.
lot of stuff I don't know. I had that online client who was doing log work, and I was like, ooh, we're now to the point where I do not feel confident in what I'm saying. So I made you make a tutorial video on log for them, be like, hey, here are the things you need to fix because you know more about that than I do. And there's no problem deferring to people who know more than you on things. That doesn't make you a bad coach, it makes you a good one.
No, yeah, I know if I don't know the answer to something, I go out there and I go try to find the answer. So,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
now that that's off our
One of my
what?
first days lifting at BG Strength, one of the owners, who's a pro strongman, his name is Justin. He's a pro strongman, and he was working with one of his clients, and he was having her do, isn't he just like barbell power cleans, like nothing crazy. But I've been in there. I think it was my second day lifting there. Yeah. I've been in there once before. He had seen me weightlift the first day, and I was weightlifting the second day, and he was like, hey, you can teach this better than me, I guarantee it. Do you mind spending 5 minutes to go through like basic movement with her? And I was like, oh yeah, for sure. So we did, and I just ran her through like, she'd been doing strongman for a long time, but hadn't really dealt with a barbell when it comes to cleans. And
Hmm.
cleaning a log and cleaning a barbell are a bit different.
Hmm.
So we kind of like went through making those adjustments, and she got it super quick because it was a power clean. It's not like the hardest thing in the world to be able to do half okay.
Hmm.
But like, yeah, this professional athlete who has been coaching for longer than I've been in athletics was like, you, you know more about this. It's just like, I don't know. I think it makes you look even better as a coach when you're willing to recognize and defer or be like, I don't know right now. Give me 2 hours in Google and like I will have an answer for you. Because that's
Yeah,
valid too.
yeah, for sure. I mean, that just goes to show you maybe that's why he's a pro, and this other guy just sticks around at local shows where no one shows up at, and then that's how he gets his podiums. Um,
I'm so curious about who you're talking about right now.
I am not going to out him.
No,
Not yet.
don't.
No.
But like
I
tell me later, yeah?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I could for sure out him. I just don't want to cause a problem. So,
Don't out people. That's not why we're here. But I'm nosy, so I want to know. Y'all don't get to know. I want to.
all right. Well, I guess now that that is off our chest. Oh, story time with Tatum and Alex.
What do you want to talk about? We could talk about your
You
first day
know,
that I remember you weightlifting with us.
no, no.
We
I mean,
could talk about.
if we're gonna use this segment to just throw each other under the bus, I could just talk about all the times tears have hit the wood of the platform.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. One rule. We do not cry on the platform.
Tatum, I have seen you cry on the platform.
Okay, I got better about it though.
Yeah.
Don't come at me. When you're having 800 calories a day because you are in the last like 2 weeks of a really rough cut that you should not be doing, you cry. It happens.
I mean, just do what I did. Move up.
That's what I ended up doing. That's why I won nationals. I went up
Yeah.
a weight class.
Yeah. I moved up a weight class and now I have to cut 2 pounds.
Running with the big boys now.
Not even the big boys, more like the welterweight boys. My life with the welterweight boys, a plot twist on the Walter brothers.
Yeah, but 2 pounds is nothing.
No, it's not. Yeah, I'll be fine. I'm not worried. But no, I was thinking about last year because we're now in December, and that usually means the end of the season for us, or for some the start. With 805's Strongest Man. And last year it was just such a good time. We had 4 athletes competing at that
Yeah,
show. Um, but it talking about like more of what went on outside of the competition, right? You don't remember.
I don't remember.
Okay. So us being good coaches, we wanted to have equipment available for our athletes to warm up. And so you were very gracious enough to put a log in the back of your truck for one of our athletes to use for warm-ups because the empty log at the comp was her comp weight. Um, and so I remember going through the day, everyone was refed. I believe we also went and got sushi right next to our hotel. But then after, we look at the back of your truck, Tatum, and then there's still a log in there. And we're like, it's not really our log. And yeah, we had to take an elevator ride to the hotel room with the log on our shoulders, didn't we?
No, that I do remember. Yeah, I didn't touch it.
No, because you can't even lift it off the ground by
I
without
screw
assistance.
you. I could. I just don't want to.
I mean, luckily it was the 70-pound 10-inch log that we
Yeah.
have, but
Yeah, it
but
slept on
it's
the
like
floor of our hotel room.
yeah, it's not our log, so I've gone to Thousand Oaks where this comp is located. Should be a nice area, but I've been there with the car, gotten broken into, and then all of a sudden I don't have my school computer.
Yeah,
Um,
I remember that
so
too.
just you never know. And it just so happened that there was a like a soccer tournament or a baseball tournament in town, and there was a lot of little kids in that lobby of just what are these people bringing in right now?
This group of like middle schoolers or something. I don't
Yeah.
know, just a gaggle of children. It was so fun. There's a picture somewhere.
Hopefully, you could even figure out how to insert it during this conversation. Um, but yeah, that was definitely not on my bingo card to do during the comp. Is walk a log on my shoulder up to the hotel room, through the lobby with a bunch of people watching me.
Yeah, we were so scared we were gonna like break the elevator, just like hitting stuff with it because the thing isn't small.
No, it's definitely not the smallest thing in the world, but like you know, we're carrying this through, and I'm pretty sure the workers there are just like, what are these guys doing with that? I'm
Yeah.
honestly surprised they did not stop us.
Why? We weren't doing anything wrong. It's just a log.
We weren't doing anything wrong, but just the curiosity of like, hey, what do you plan on doing with that?
Oh my goodness. I'm glad you think you're funny.
I
Yeah, that
mean,
was a fun one. We had our
yeah,
little squad. We did go and get sushi.
yeah. And then that's when we were in the thick of the Roadhouse tradition.
Yeah. All right. For those of you who don't know, I'm going to have one of the more controversial opinions you will ever hear on this show. I firmly believe that the new Roadhouse, not the old one, the new Roadhouse is one of the best movies that you can possibly watch the night before a competition. It held for a while that if we did that, we would always come up having accomplished our goals for that comp. There were some we ended up having a misstep when we went to the Arnold, and we haven't been as consistent in watching that as I personally would wish.
It's
But
all
all
been
that I'm
downhill from the
saying,
Arnold.
huh?
It's all been downhill from the Arnold. Let's be
It's all
real.
downhill from the Arnold. Yeah. And I'm going back in a couple months.
Have fun with that. I'm not going to miss that.
Roadhouse. So yes, the Roadhouse remake, the one with Jake Gyllenhaal. I believe is one of the best pre-comp movies to watch, period. It brought good luck. It is, I stand by it, is the reason I won nationals. It's the reason you got, what, fourth. You're not this past national, but the year before, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah, you
yeah,
got fourth, which your goal was top five.
yeah. That year was a weird year for Strawman Corp. Because like we
Yeah,
only had 7 in our class at amateur nationals. Like it was a fluke of a year.
yeah. But yeah,
So,
I firmly stand by that. I 100% believe it would still work if I needed it to. Like if I was going to go into a comp, I would watch Roadhouse the night before. It's
but
important.
then but then it's like we go to this year's nationals, this past year's nationals, in Vegas, and then sure enough, you make us watch Roadhouse.
We didn't watch all of it.
We didn't watch all of it because it was sleepy time.
It was sleepy time.
It was sleepy time. But then, and this is where I pulled out all the stops because we did this at regionals without you being there. But not only did we watch Roadhouse, we then watched Top Gun. Then after Top Gun, then we watched Miracle, which is the second movie that we watched at Nationals as well. We again didn't finish that movie, which is
Yeah.
probably why one athlete in particular got a top 10 and not a top 5.
Coming in hot. Okay.
Well, hot takes, controversy, great. This was supposed to be a lighthearted episode.
To be fair, we're talking about movies.
Yeah.
But no, I like 100% believe that. I think Roadhouse, let me be clear, I don't think it's actually a good movie, but
No,
I
it's a
think it's
terrible
a
movie.
great movie. Like, it's not well done. The acting is not awesome, any of that. But energy wise, fantastic. It's like the action side of a B horror movie. Like it's so good.
Um, all right. So, should that be it for story time, or do you want to keep going? Do you have a story?
I mean, we're kind of all over the place today, but it's kind of fun. I don't know. When I think of story time, I think of like it's hard for me to come up with fun story times that aren't just throwing you under the bus. I'm gonna be honest.
Throw me under the
Usually, when
bus.
we're together, it's because we're throwing you under the bus.
Okay. I feel like when both of us are together, usually one of us is getting thrown under the bus. Because there was also a time where you were just getting absolutely roasted in the living room of an Airbnb, just blow after blow after blow, you
It was
little
the
commercial gym
Arnold.
dumbbell.
Everything has been downhill since the Arnold.
But you officially got your nickname right there.
Yeah, except for I don't think anybody actually uses that. So is it really a nickname? Also, my issue
Okay,
with that is that it doesn't have a good flow to it.
I'll take it as an inside joke then.
I'll take
Maybe
that as
not a nickname, but an inside joke. The inside joke that is going to become outside is Tatum got called a commercial gym dumbbell because of her weight. She was going toe to toe with a guy that weighs 315 pounds, was his official weigh in.
I thought it was like 338 when he was supposed to be at 340 or something.
No, it was like 315 at 339.
Yeah, that would
Yeah.
100% explain. I called him victim weight.
Yeah. And then in turn, he goes, that's a lot of mouth coming from a person that weighs the same as a commercial gym dumbbell. And then next thing you know, all of us are on the floor dying of laughter. Um, because then we got into your weight cuts, and then we were just like, oh, Tatum's just moving down the rack, whichever way she wants to go on that day.
Well, some of us are only 5 feet tall and compete as. In jujitsu, I'm called a rooster. That's my
a,
weight class.
a rooster? Is that
A
your call sign or
rooster.
your weight class?
Huh?
Is that your call sign or your weight class?
¿Por qué no los dos?
No, you get one or the
Goose
other.
is my passenger princess.
Huh?
Goose?
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, in the passenger seat of my truck, I keep a life-size Halloween skeleton. His name is Goose because he's my wingman. He's a passenger princess. So, Goose, Rooster, I'll take it.
Okay, so hear me out. The girlfriend and I were talking, and down the line, our plan is to get a German Shepherd, name him Maverick, and then a Golden Retriever best buddy named Goose.
I love that so much.
Yeah.
I was working on it for a while and it had stuck, and then nicknames for children go out pretty fast as they come in. But I had my nephews lined up, and the littlest one has this like ginger tuft of hair. He has like a full mullet now, because that's what you do. But he had just this little like tuft of hair on the top. I was like, oh my gosh, he's like a little rooster. And the middle one, his name is Declan, but we usually call him like Deck or Decky. So I was like, oh my gosh, Deck Goose. And I was like, I have 2 out of 3 right here. If I can convince the oldest one to go by Maverick, even though it has nothing to do with his name, we could have Mav, Goose, and Rooster right here. My sister vetoed that so fast, but I had like a couple weeks where they would all respond to the call signs from Top Gun, and it felt so good. But then the oldest one wanted to change his to Iceman, and everything just kind of fell apart from there.
But although Val Kilmer, great actor.
Val Kilmer!
But
You're doing
why
this for
Iceman?
Val? You're doing this for Val Kilmer? Please tell me you've seen that episode of The Office.
I am gonna make you the buffest dude Val Kilmer has ever seen.
There's like a whole post-production show that happens. We should honestly record that one day and just see what is usable from
But
that.
just get on already recording and let them see the behind the scenes of us just being like, so how was your
Th-
week?
this person pissed me off, that person pissed me off.
Let's delve into some mild childhood trauma real quick. All right, and let's go.
Oh god. We are so off topic and so far gone from strength sports right now. This is actually pretty great.
We were keeping it light this week. This is not educational really in the slightest. I think
No,
we got
and
our
like,
education out the way in the first 5 minutes.
yeah, although we are in the strength sport world, this is what happens in a lot of strength sports. Like, let's be real. We all just shoot the shit and talk shit on each other.
Yeah. And I think we're coming back to it. I think a lot of our stories, like our story times, go back to like our team being together traveling for comps. I feel like there's such like a special place for that. Like when you are traveling with your team and you're all staying together. I've had bad experiences staying with people during comps and all of that, and that's not something I'll get into. But I would never share an Airbnb with part of another team again. Not a chance in this
Yeah.
world would I ever do that. That was not a fun time in the slightest. And when you hear people actively talking poorly about you because they're upstairs and you're downstairs, not a good thing for like, the night before you compete. All of that aside,
I'm not going to talk about it. Proceeds to talk about it.
I didn't say much. All of that aside, when you have like a good group of people that you're all traveling together with, it can be so much fun. Even when we
For
didn't
sure.
stay together at the Arnold last year, you guys were all sleeping before day 2. I think it was before day 2. And I went out. One of our buddies from the gym back home, moved to Texas with his wife, but he was in town working for a supplement brand at the Arnold. And I was obviously there coaching, but I didn't have any athletes competing on day 2, so that was my fun day. So the night of day 1, after getting like 30 minutes of sleep because I was bringing athletes through weight cuts, we went out, and it was such a great time. Like there is a for sure like a definite community and a lot of fun that happens outside of the actual sport part of strength sports.
But yeah, for sure. I think, that's part of what makes it worthwhile doing all the cutting, all the meal prepping, all the training and all that stuff. It's like, again, when people tell me, oh, how you feeling today? My now response is I get to hang out with all my friends in a parking lot most of the time because my comps take place in a parking lot. Um, but it's like, you know, it's all the talks about, the restaurants. Like, I mean, probably some of my happiest moments, not only because I get to eat solid food again, um, is our one of our more newer post weigh-in traditions, and that is Chili's. Chili's has to go down every time after weigh-ins. Like, I weigh in on Friday, I am going to Chili's. I will go by myself if I have to. I do not care.
Everyone was talking smack on Chili's when we were in Vegas for nationals, and then we ate there. Everyone was like, "Dude, Chili's rocks."
Yeah, you get the chips and salsa, which is arguably like the best chips and salsa you'll ever have because it's like thin and crispy chips. That's pretty good seasoning. The salsa's not too spicy, so if you're a little wuss when it comes to spice like me,
Like Alex.
then you could go to town on that. And then it's like you get the three for me, and just oh my gosh, like you're having all this food for less than $20. Balling on a budget over here. I just freaking flew or drove my ass for hours and traveling, and just go. I just want a nice cheap meal that I know is going to be the same no matter where I go. Consistency.
Consistency. Dude, that's why, okay, not to get into trade secrets, but the night before a heavy squat or a heavy deadlift when I was powerlifting, we always had to go to In N Out and get double doubles. And like, I swear it works. There's something magical in that. And one of the things I love about In N Out is that it doesn't matter where you go or what time or anything, it always tastes exactly the same.
Yeah.
And I gotta appreciate that level of consistency in my food.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you've now gotten one of our newer athletes hooked on her having to have In and Out before competition day. So good luck with that in Columbus, Ohio, where there is not an In and Out anywhere near there.
I will bring In and Out. I will drive down to Tennessee, get In and Out, and bring it back and find a way to reheat it so it has the right aura.
I don't think you could do that.
I think I
Or
could
what
do
if
that.
you went to In and Out, and you'll probably be able to do this? Go to In and Out and ask for it disassembled.
Honestly, they would probably give it to you, yeah. Can I have all of the pieces of a burger but not together?
Yeah. Can I get everything
They might
separate?
not do that. In and Out has like really, really high standards for their quality. So you can do a lot as far as making it your own because everything is made to order. But they're like particular on some things.
Let me see. I have my laptop right here. I could Google it.
Are you gonna Google it right now?
Yeah.
See, that's one of I okay. While he does this, I'm just gonna yap about how much I love In and Out. In and Out, if you want to sponsor us, that would make nothing better. There's nothing more I want in this life. If the only sponsorships I ever got were for In and Out and White Monsters, I would honestly probably save thousands of dollars a month. Like this is who I am. That's basically all I was made of for many years. And now that I live in Kentucky and there's no In and Out, I am a sad, sad person. But I saw an In and Out under construction when I was in Tennessee a couple weeks ago. So good. It was down in Murfreesboro. I will make the drive. I will drive like 3 hours round trip just to go get In and Out. I have no qualms.
Oh my God. You cannot order a burger disassembled from In and Out.
I figured.
Yeah. So have fun
But
with
what if
that.
you got like burger protein style but no lettuce, which is just meat, cheese. And then you got a grilled cheese, which is just bun cheese. Then you get packets of ketchup and sauce. And then you just
I mean, yeah, that could work. But get this, lately in California, and I've been seeing ads because I'm always scouring the internet for equipment. Um, People are offering like they're for hire to go through the In and Out drive-through and to deliver In and Out to you. Like on Facebook
honestly, I get
Marketplace.
that.
On Facebook Marketplace, people are doing it. It's wild.
I would do that. I would pay someone to go bring me In and Out if it was late enough at night and I didn't want to leave. About yeah, okay. You've never had kids. When you're raising children
You've
and
never
you
had
get all
kids
the
either.
I've never birthed children. I have had them. It's different. When you are co-parenting toddlers and you get all of them to bed, finally, and it has been one of the longest days, and all you want is a cheeseburger, but you are the only one home, and therefore you cannot leave because all of the children are asleep, even though it's only 8 o'clock at night. Sometimes you just desperately want someone to bring you In and Out. Danielle has done that for me before. My best friend in this entire world has come and I was like full crashing out and just arrived with In and Out and then left. That's love.
Yeah, see, I couldn't do that because when I hang out, it usually calls for like an hour conversation minimum.
That was not a day for words.
No, no
That's
day
one of the
for.
days where someone goes, "How are you?" You just start crying. It's fine.
But all right, to get a little bit more on topic, because we are both. I mean, this still is not on topic, but we are both very avid caffeine addicts. Um, what's the longest you've gone without caffeine in recent times, like within the past year?
Within the past year,
Yeah, because I know that there was a period of time where you actually believed in cycling off caffeine.
I yeah, it's been a couple of years since I cycled off caffeine, but I used to do like 2 weeks a year. I would go no caffeine on anything, no even not even like chocolate or anything, just full caffeine cleanse. Because when you get back on it, it hits even harder. That's the thing. It's not because I
Yeah,
actually cared about my health. It's for
but those
that.
2 weeks I
Now I
did
just
not
struggle.
want to talk to you.
Huh?
Those 2 weeks I did not want to talk to you.
Fine. You're dramatic. Last time, longest I've gone without caffeine this year is probably like 28 hours.
That's so specific.
I have coffee every morning. It's a part of my morning routine.
You could get decaf.
Decaf still has caffeine.
Does it?
Yeah, it does. Decaf coffee still has caffeine. It's not as much, but there is still a little bit of caffeine in decaf coffee.
Hmm. Well,
So if you're like
um,
post heart surgery or something and cannot have caffeine, you can't drink decaf.
yeah. Hmm. Um, well, anyway, I think my my longest run probably like 48 hours. Pretty sure I've gone a weekend without it. Like a Saturday, Sunday, especially Saturday when, I'm not training or anything like that and it's couch potato time. Um, yeah, I could go 48 hours without caffeine.
See, I've gone like a week or two without monsters with like just a cup of coffee in the morning. I like my pour overs. It's a part of the ritual that I have to ready myself for every day. But
But
like I've gone
all
without
right.
like excessive amounts of caffeine, plenty.
All right. So let's get into this.
What's
So,
our segment?
this is top 5 energy drinks. First, I'm going to read you a list and then we can both get into our mutual top fives and then we'll probably argue for another hour. Um, as you struggle, you just butchered that so bad.
Look. It
That's a
just broke
sign,
the
Tatum.
back and not the whole tab.
That's a sign. For our listeners, Tatum does not one know how to open a can of Monster in all her years of practice, and two, I think that was a sign from the universe that she should probably stop. Watch, this is the can that gives you the heart attack.
I would welcome it gladly.
Okay. So this is off of just a general search, right? So what I searched was top 5 energy drink with flavors. So I try to get the individual flavors on there. They're outlined, um, but yeah. So
Okay. Hit me with
I
the
don't even know
list.
how to I don't even know how to pronounce the fifth one. This is how terrible this is gonna go.
All right, let's
It's
go.
guayaki, yerba mate,
Yerba mate.
yerba mate. Sure, I
Okay.
don't know.
So, for those of you like Alex who are not particularly cultured, mate is a highly caffeinated tea that they drink a lot of in South America. So, when I was in Argentina, we had mate like basically every day. It's really popular in Argentina and in Chile. And now they have Americanized versions where they put them in a can or a bottle and you can drink like a cold mate. Not the same thing, but like theoretically the same thing.
Okay. Um, I know nothing about this, so I'm just going to move on.
Dude,
Um,
mate is super high caffeine.
okay.
It's delicious.
Number 4, Celsius energy, which that's like a last resort for me, you know? Like, I'm not gonna lie, my go-to flavor is the sparkling orange, basically the most basic flavor that you can have with Celsius. Um, but again, that is a very last resort. There's not a lot of caffeine. There's been a lot of studies that gone out that it has more provokes more neurological disorders than others. So I just tend to stay away from that one. And plus, like, I feel like Whenever a Celsius comes up on like social media, it's always like this Chad looking dude or Brad where they put like the mic right here and they do the ASMR with the freaking drink before they go on a mile run and they go like so I just associate Celsiuses with like the total of the strength world.
That's fair. I associate Celsius with like High Rocks girlies.
I've never really been around High Rocks people, so I
Mm.
wouldn't know. Um,
I worked at like a hit studio for a while, and that was like all of the women would come in with either Alani's or Celsius. Celsius was like by far the most popular. I have never had a Celsius flavor that I like.
yeah. So yeah. Celsius is number 4. Number 3, Monster Energy is number 3. Not even top 2.
It's number one in my heart.
Well, yeah, we already know that you're going to say Monster Energy was your number 1. But the outline flavors. Again, this is not a traditional ranking system. Uh, they do not mention the White Monster, which I am totally disheartened by. They go
White
Mango
Monster has like a
Loco.
weird cult following in blue collar men and gym bros. Like, I don't think everybody actually drinks White Monster this much, but I think when you're a part of that subsect, it's like you crack one of these open and like One Last Breath by Creed just starts playing in the background. Like, you can't, it's a whole thing.
First off, it's higher. Higher by Creed starts playing.
No, it's One Last Breath.
No, for me it's
I'm
higher.
6 feet from the edge, and I'm thinking.
Um,
Maybe
but
six.
the outline flavors were Mango Loco, Ultra Sunrise, and Green Apple, which I've had the Green Apple one. That is terrible. Like it was
Yeah.
the able to get through it, but like you regret spending money on it type of thing.
If
Um,
I'm forced to drink a not white monster, now we're gonna get into this. I'm ranking my own personal monster flavors. This isn't energy drinks. This is exclusively top 5 monster flavors. Number 1, obviously white monster. It's the best one. It's delicious. It's basically water. It's good for you. Number 2 is the blue one, the like black with the blue thing. That's like 10 calories. It's the low carb monster. That sits on 2. Number 3 is the sugar free green one. All of my monsters are going to be the sugar free versions because, actually, I'm going to say that. Number 4 is the non sugar free green one. It tastes very similar to the sugar free green one, but having like 200 calories in an energy drink, I could never justify that. Number
well,
5.
considering I was going to say, well, considering that's a third of your calorie intake for the day.
Whoa, 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 whoa. It's a sixth of my calorie intake for the
Okay,
day. Thank
my
you very
bad.
much. Um, and the last one is the powder blue one. I don't remember it's like ultra blue or whatever. They came out around the same time as the ultra red. There's supposed to be an ultra black that I think they did a limited release on. I've never been able to get my hands on one, but if anybody knows where I could source a black monster from, please let me know. Because I think it's the only thing that might fit me more than a white monster.
Oh boy, imagine you take a sip of that and just the letdown.
I know. That's how the is it a
Wait,
rain?
wait. When you get the Ultra Black Monster, does My Chemical Romance start playing instead of Creed? Yeah, the opening piano for Welcome to the Black Parade
Welcome to the
starts up.
Black Parade.
Yeah, it
When
starts
I
playing
was
as soon as you open that
a
can.
young your
Um,
father
but all
said.
right, number 2, Red Bull. Just gross. Tastes like freaking gasoline.
Okay, here's my thing on Red Bulls. One, I do think they taste like battery acid, but I will give them this. They do a lot of their manufacturing in Bowling Green, Kentucky, which is essentially where I live. So there's like a weird amount of Kentucky pride on that one. Two, they have such little caffeine in them that when you're out late at night, as a girl who does not often drink, so like if I'm going around and I'll just be like DDing everyone when we go out, I can get a Red Bull at any bar because they have vodka Red Bulls there. I can just get a Red Bull Yeah, sugar-free Red Bull. You can down that thing at 10 o'clock at night. Be in bed by like knocked out by 11:30. Chill.
I was the guy getting the vodka Red Bulls so that way he'd keep partying while Tatum was the DD for everyone listening. Um, yeah. So they said flavors tropical, then watermelon and blueberry. I didn't know Red
I
Bull
never
had
liked any of
flavors.
the flavored ones.
They taste the same to me. Just
Now the flavored ones all just tasted like when you have a soda machine that's like just giving you syrup. Like it's not like mixed properly, it's just
yeah,
syrupy. That's what
yeah,
all the flavored Red Bulls reminded me of.
yeah. Um, all right. Number one, Alani. How is
Ugh.
this number one? Like,
Those aren't even good either.
no, they're not. They had a rat in one of them.
Did they really?
Yeah, you haven't seen that video of someone opening up a can and there was literally like a rat in it? Like
I
a
thought that was
sealed.
fake.
Well, I don't know if it was fake or not, but like, I
I'm
believe
pretty sure it was
100% of
fake.
everything I see on the internet. Uh, uh,
That's always true, let me tell
yeah,
you.
internet's always true, guys. Um, but yeah, whether it's true or not, like, one, if it's not, kudos to you for going through the effort of getting a rat, fake or real, into a sealed can. Obviously, you know a guy. Two, like, if it is real, how are they still in business?
I
So,
think it's for the same reason that like I still eat Chipotle even though they have more E. coli outbreaks than basically any other restaurant.
I
Some
don't.
the people who like it, man.
Chipotle's just whatever to me. So, but anyway,
Okay, look, you have to understand that there's not very many places where I could eat that are like healthy around here.
Chipotle is not healthy.
Chipotle won't do it.
Chipotle is not
Hmm?
healthy. Chipotle is not healthy.
Okay, comparable to like a lot of other things, getting like rice, chicken, and lettuce, which is what I get in my Chipotle. There's a lot worse things to be eating out there.
There's definitely a lot worse things, but like you could, excuse me, tick two. There's a lot worse things that you can put in your body. But I'm just saying, Chipotle, it's just one of those things where like there are still better options out there.
Not around here. That's why I cook at home all the time.
Yeah. Well, that was a basic top five from the internet. Um,
All right, since they're wrong about all of their opinions, Alex, what's your top five energy drinks?
my top five energy drinks. Number five, Monster. I'm kidding. I thought
You're
that was
allowed
going
to
to be
have wrong opinions. It's okay.
clearly from last week. Uh, um, that's the thing is like I'm such a homebody that like I just stick to one brand mainly and like one particular flavor because I think Rain Orange Dreamsicle is the best, right? And then I would follow that up with First Form Nutrition energy drinks because they started selling them at the gym. But again, Orange Dreamsicle. You could see the
First
trend now.
form.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
First Form actually has some pretty decent energy drinks in my opinion. Um and then number three, I would probably put Monster, but I like the really tall cans, so it's like a two for one. And I think just the twist off with a little puff of smoke is so much more
What?
satisfying than the.
Oh, calm
So
down.
yeah, you're way too. This is the most excited I've ever seen you since we started this freaking podcast. And then four, I'll go cherry limeade rain. Cherry limeade rain. It's pretty good. I know that's a very controversial one. A lot of people don't like it. For some reason, it hits good with me. Um, and then my fifth one would be the White Haze Rain. White Haze Rain, the White Monster dupe that Rain came out from. Um, I know you don't like it. I told you to try it. I said it was the closest thing out of all of the dupes out there that are trying to be the White Monster. But um, but yeah, I would say that one's the closest. And like some people just also say it tastes like lemonade too. So I mean, yeah, that would be my top five. Again, Wish I had more to pull from, but like, I really don't understand the hype with Ghost Energy. I don't understand the hype with Celsius, and yeah. But apparently, have you
All
seen
right,
this hack?
Tatum's list.
Have you seen this hack of you get the Welch's Ghost drink, and then you put PB Fit peanut butter protein powder in it, and then you get an energy drink that's also a protein peanut butter shake.
That sounds disgusting.
Apparently, if you get the ratios right, it is pretty good.
Yeah,
So
people also drink like plain pasteurized cartons of egg whites with chocolate syrup in them, claiming it tastes like chocolate milk. I'm
I
not
don't know.
willing to go that.
If you want, might be down to try it on the pod.
Yeah.
Get a live reaction. I think that would be fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would be
Um
fun. Maybe
yeah.
next year when I'm back in California, we can just set up a line of Alex tries gross things.
No, because if you're in California, you are trying this with me. Yeah, you are.
I'm not trying.
It's disgusting for 2 minutes, and then worst case you throw it back up. Like, and then you move on with your life. Do you have a visitor?
Not the monster. Well, you started off with Tonks. I'd like to introduce everyone to Louie. Louie is a puppy that I'm currently puppy sitting and is actively chewing on my hand as we speak.
Nice. But all right.
There is also
That's pretty much all I have to talk about.
Actually.
What? What?
All right, you haven't got my full energy drink list. You only got my monster favorites.
I thought that
It's not
was
the
your
same
full
thing as
energy
my
drink.
overall energy drink favorites.
I thought that was your full energy drink.
No. I've had many an energy drink. Bro, can you stop? Stop. 1 sec. Okay. I'm going to put anything breakable not on the couch where I'm sitting. Come on.
Well, if we're just having pet.
Yeah, we're just... Tico, put your head in the frame. If you're going to be here. I'm going to hate with you. All right. Tatum's energy drink list. We're running it kind of low over here, apparently. Number one, obviously, is going to be White Monster. I think it's the best energy drink in existence. It's also one of the few things that I will drink in general. I drink more Monster than water on any given day. That's just who I am. And the white ones.
Mm-hmm.
Next on my energy drink list, if a White Monster is not available...
Why'd you have to look Chico in the eyes for that?
Next on the list if a monster is not available is going to be the C4 Blue Raspberry. Those are good. You get some beta alanine in there, so you got some tinglies. They're super high caffeine. They hit.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's the C4 Cherry one.
Mm-hmm.
Also delicious. Then the Black and Blue Monster. And then after that, I don't have a number 5, but I do have worst energy drinks I have ever tasted, and that would be the White Haze Rain. It's disgusting.
You're just
Never
hater,
in my
bro.
life would I take a single sip of that again for any reason. You would have to pay me money.
You're
It's
just
not
a
good.
hater. You're just a hater.
I'm not a hater. I am a lover of the things that I love, and this is the thing that I love.
Mm-hmm.
This whole screen is full of things that I love.
Mm-hmm.
Louis likes
Well,
it
all
too.
right. I think that is a good stopping point for us for this week.
That'll do it.
Chico is tired and wants us to stop talking.
He just wants attention. Huh,
Yeah.
Buzz.
So,
honestly, I don't blame him. But alrighty, this was fun. We'll get back to a more structured episode next week. But this was fun to kind of get to know me and Alex a little bit more and our actual personalities outside of just whatever topics we're talking about. And if you have a top 5 things that you want us to rank from our personal and highly subjective opinions, his is subjective, mine is objective. I am correct.
no.
You let us know, and we will go ahead and toss some rankings out there for y'all.
And I feel free to drop potential snacks or combinations that you think is appropriate for the gym for Tatum and I to try when we
Lifting
eventually
snacks?
do it. Ooh, we could do lifting snacks. The Uncrustable is
Lifting
goated,
snacks
so.
as our next rank would be pretty solid.
Yeah. All right. Well, that is all that we have time for today. Be sure to follow us on all social media platforms of which we have available. Thank you for listening on Spotify and YouTube. Peace.
Peace out. 8 Town.